Custom mutations are probably one of the cooler features that were introduced to us inside Black Ops 4 Zombies, and they really have so much potential for them, but really that's just about it. They just have a ton of potential because currently they're not living up to it in the slightest. Custom mutations really aren't used by that many people, including myself, besides, well, I guess for the people I see using them are just YouTubers making tutorials for Pack-a-Punch and shields. That's really about it, to be completely honest, and it's really disappointing to see that because I see so much potential with custom mutations, and I just think that if they don't change it, then it's not going to be the best feature to be added inside Black Ops 4, and I actually want to talk about these because I personally think if you change just two things about custom mutations, that it would just be probably moving from the cooler features that were introduced to us in Black Ops 4 to moving to one of the best features that have ever been added to zombies, period. And that's what I want to be talking about. So the thing is, one of the two of these, I think is actually going to change, and most people are already expecting it. So I'm not going to talk about that one first. I'll go over it later, but I want to talk about the one that people aren't mentioning nearly as much. And this is the fact that you cannot earn XP or plasma, whatever it's called, something plasma. I'm just going to call it plasma for now. You cannot earn those at all inside custom mutations. And at first I thought to myself, well, that kind of makes sense because if someone lowers the difficulty, then they're not going to be playing that fair compared to everyone else. And I mean, it's just, if they grind a ton of XP like that, then they're just going to jump up the leaderboards, and that's not going to be fair for the people who jump up the or fight for that top leaderboard spot and all that stuff. But then I thought to myself, well, I mean, all you have to do is just make a couple changes to how XP is earned inside custom mutations, and maybe mark the people who play custom mutations a lot, just mark them as they got this XP through custom mutations, or mainly through custom mutations. So when you see them on the leaderboard, they will maybe just don't have them on the leaderboard, really. Just don't include the XP earned on, or the points earned, or the headshots or kills in that on the leaderboard. There's a lot of ways to change it to make it fair, because the thing is that currently how I look at custom mutations, that is, it's really cool, but why am I going to play that even though I'm not going to get any XP or plasma? It really demotivates me to actually go and play it, because to think that I'm going to spend multiple 3-hour games not earning any XP or plasma is just ridiculous to me, because I know if I spend those 3 hours on the normal mode, well, I won't get that much plasma because the plasma earn rate is ridiculous currently, or ridiculously low. I should make that clear. But regardless, it's better than what I would earn in custom mutations, which is nothing. So I personally think that this should be changed, and I do think you should earn XP while you are playing custom mutations. And in fact, I think in certain cases you should earn more XP than you would normally do. And those certain cases is if you up the difficulty, just up the difficulty, let's just say that. So if you up the difficulty, like making you a one-hit kill, or making the zombies spread instead of train and all that stuff, you change things to make it more difficult, then you should earn more XP. If you don't change anything, you should earn normal XP, and if you make it easier, it should chop the XP that you normally would get in half, because even if it's chopped in half, it's still better than getting nothing, because it's kind of really demotivating, especially for me, to not get any XP at all inside custom mutations. And I really think this needs to change, because even if they do change the second thing I want to talk about in this video, I still don't think I would play it almost at all if they do not let you earn plasma and XP inside of it. So that's one thing that I think they need to change for custom mutations, for someone especially like me, just for they could make it worth playing, because it doesn't really feel like it without earning XP and plasma, especially plasma. Not as much XP for me personally, but especially plasma. It is really demotivating to play like that. But anyways, the other thing I want to talk about, and the reason I say this for the second one, is because everyone already knows this one, and it's probably going to change anyways, and that's allowing main Easter eggs to be completed inside custom mutations. Now, we kind of expect this to be the case, and we're expecting Treyarch to unlock Easter eggs inside custom mutations within the next few weeks or so, or maybe if Classified has a main Easter egg, a couple weeks after that gets solved. So we're kind of expecting this to all happen, but just in case they don't, they should, okay? If they're not actually thinking of it, change your mind right now and do this, because I personally think that custom mutations could add so much replayability to these Easter eggs, especially if you release them a month after the map came out. So most maps around about a month of release, they're really not popping anymore, and this could really add so much for people just making videos or just someone who wants to freshen up how they play their game. Also streaming, I forget about that one, but regardless, for people who are just doing any of those three things, they could just make the Easter eggs just different instead of being the same thing over and over again. Especially with these Black Ops 4 Easter eggs, they're always stuck to this very strict path for some weird reason, unlike what we saw inside the last few games minus World War II. But this is a very strict path inside these Easter eggs, at least for the most part, so this could really change that up, and then of course just let you play them in a different way. And whether you're a better player who just wants to make it more difficult for you, like Smart Guy, who did an Origins run right before Black Ops 4 came out, that he allowed himself to get hit 0 times while doing that Easter egg solo. So for people like him, it could really benefit him just to be able to do some crazy stuff like that. But also for the really casual players, because you have to remember, Zombies isn't the easiest game mode to ever be released. Let's be completely clear about that. Most players can't get to round 30. Most players can't beat Easter eggs, and this could really introduce them into all of that. It could introduce them to Easter eggs and say, oh, that was insanely fun, but I don't want to wait a month every single time to do it. So they'll start getting better at Zombies to be able to do the Easter eggs when they come out, and they could just motivate them to play it more and get better at the game. So that's one thing that could really benefit both the hardcore players and the casual players. And then for the people that I would say are kind of in the middle, up to like not the hardcore players, but you know, I guess I would say I'm kind of a hardcore player, but you know, not all the way, like hardcore players, like people like Smart Guy and stuff like that. But for people like me in the middle, they, it would really help them a lot, because they could just freshen up their gameplay. They can have new content to make, especially for creators that just want to go ahead and grab a certain clip from the Easter egg that they don't have. It can make it so much easier on them. I'm talking about a lot of storyline quotes for me personally. I mean, I just think it'd be so much better for everyone, period, once they add in main Easter eggs, of course, alongside allowing XP to be earned inside custom mutations. Once you change those things, it's just going to be the best, one of the best all-time features added to a Zombies game, and I honestly cannot wait to see how much this custom mutations could really change it up. And another thing I want to, and this is just a smaller thing that they should let you do, is just go ahead and let you share a lobby of different settings put together for people who could share different settings with each other to go and try them out. That should also be something they should consider adding, but regardless, that's a smaller thing that doesn't matter all that much. But regardless, this would be, just change these two things, custom mutations would be so good. Oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to try these out when they unlock Easter eggs, and hopefully they let you earn XP inside custom mutations and also plasma inside of it, because it'd just be so much better for the game. But anyways, that's all I have to say about it. Now I want to hear what you guys think about all of this. You guys thinking what I'm thinking with custom mutations, that they should do all this, or you think that they should do all that I'm saying, and on top of that add some more things? I would love to hear those down in the comments. And also I would love to hear if you guys disagree with something I'm saying, maybe the earning XP inside custom mutations, maybe you disagree with that for some reason and you want to share that. Go ahead and also do that down in the comments. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. But if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream or video.